Sam is burning tens of billions of dollars a year. I think the most recent estimate was $3 billion a month. He's burning billions and billions of dollars. And he doesn't have a lot of cash in the bank. He has some. But his whole hypothesis is we're going to get to AGI by scaling, by keep doubling or multiplying by 10 the size of the model. So he's increasing the amount of money he has to play. I mean, he's like a guy at the roulette wheel, doubling his bet every time. And that can work for a while, but usually in the end, it doesn't.
What are the costs of that bubble bursting?
Nobody knows, and I will give you my metaphor, which is the blast radius. So the blast radius is like, how much collateral damage do we get? That's basically what you're asking. I'm just giving you a metaphor. But here's how to think about it, right? Is the minimal case is a bunch of companies like Andreessen and Sequoia that put a lot of money into OpenAI, lose their shirts. Some of them go out of business. Some of them are fine because they were doing well enough in the first place, right? So that's like the minimal case is these big investors, lose on these bets. If that's all that happens, not too many hearts are really going to bleed. They're going to be like, well, serves those guys right. But the next thing to think about is all of those guys get their money from pension funds, right? Or get a lot of their money from pension funds or sovereign wealth funds and so forth. So like California's pension plan, CalPERS, has money in OpenAI. I think at this point it's probably on the order of $1 billion. If California's pension fund loses $1 billion, that's not good, right? And it's also not good if there's a kind of contamination effect. If OpenAI, it doesn't even have to go out of business, but let's say it doesn't make its round, it has to kind of contract and reconfigure, the bloom is off the rose, people start to look at it like WeWork, which is something I've warned might happen. Like it doesn't go out of business, but it gets crippled, right? Well, other things are going to happen too, right? Because people are going to look at NVIDIA, right? And they're going to be like, well, OpenAI has whatever it has at this point, a couple $100 billion in commitments to NVIDIA that are on NVIDIA's balance sheet, but they're probably not going to actually, make good on that. And wait, Oracle, same thing, et cetera, et cetera. And so all of those companies are going to start to go down. And so the next thing that might happen, and I'm not done here, is that the whole stock market might go down, right? Because you gave the numbers at the beginning. It's a very large fraction of the market right now, right? And so if, one day NVIDIA drops 20% and OpenAI is viewed as WeWork, Oracle takes another hit beyond where it is, like, these indexes go down, then a lot of people start running for the hills, right? Then it looks like a bank run. So the whole market goes down. That's not great. And then here's the thing that I really don't know about, and the one that actually worries me the most is I don't know how much the banks are into all of this, right? So the banks are probably financing people's bets on generative AI. And if all those people lose those bets on generative AI, then the banks take a hit. And then it starts to look like 2008, where you get a liquidity crisis. Then you have to have a government bailout. I mean, I'm already getting a lot of signs that there might be a government bailout. And at that point, then the taxpayers pay. So people take a hit on their retirements on this scenario. Taxes go up in order to cover the bailout. Interest rates go crazy. All kinds of, messy things happen. So that'd be sort of the broadest blast radius. So part of me is like, I want to be conservative. I have a good track record of being right on a lot of these things. I don't want to say it's all going to collapse, like some people have said. I think the conservative thing to say is it's probably going to be not good, and we don't know how not good it's going to be.